If he wasn't a tour player, he says he'd be an accountant. Mark Wilson, the nice Tar Heel. That's what I call you.
Okay. I appreciate that.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I feel good.
Winning on the PGA Tour is hard. It's just hard. When you think back to Mayakoba in 2009 coming down the stretch, were you nervous? Were you excited?
I think back to that, and I had a different kind of feeling on the back nine. I looked at it as an opportunity to win, not an opportunity to fail.
Win number 2. What did that mean?
It meant I can finish the deal when on my own. Last time I won at the Honda, I kind of got some help from some other guys and stumbled in the clubhouse, but won the playoff. Whereas Mayakoba, I really felt like I got out in the lead and then I just finished it off.
Problem with the Honda was you won at like 9 o'clock Monday morning. It's too early to even celebrate.
That's true. That's true.
When we look back on that week, the story of that week was about you and Chris Jones, your caddy, that relationship and how that week all played out. Take us back through to the 5th tee on Friday.
That was Friday afternoon, and Chris just kind of turned around. He heard Camilo and his caddy talking about the club I'd hit, and I hit a hybrid, and they're like, God, what do you think that was? Is that like a 3-iron, 2-iron? And Chris just kind of turned around and said, oh, it's an 18 degree. I think he knew probably right at the time that he shouldn't have done that. It's a rule of golf, and we're not supposed to give advice. I thought maybe there was a gray area there because he didn't say that we hit a 2-iron. We said we hit an 18 degree. I'm like, oh, maybe you can talk about specs. I mean, that's okay.
If I'm in the group, I'm not smart enough to know what an 18 degree is, so it wouldn't have been a penalty.
Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, it was 2 shots on us. Obviously nothing on Camilo because they weren't asking us. They were just talking amongst themselves, and I was kind of around the cut line, and that really kicked me in the rear end. I think I made 6 birdies the rest of that day. And Chris felt horrible about it, but I truly believe that if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have won the tournament.
If you weren't a PGA Tour player, what would you be doing with that light blue diploma? What would you be when you grew up?
I think I'd be an accountant. Both my parents were accountants. I got a math degree in college. I just love numbers. Crispy is funny. He's got to do all the math on paper on the course, and I do it in my head, and I just kind of laugh at him. So I think I'd be an accountant. I'd love to be a stand-up comedian, but I'm not funny enough.
Do you do your own taxes?
I do not, no.
Okay.
If we were just getting money in one state, I might. That form is way too complicated to do on your own, so I pay a guy to do it.
Fantastic. Mark Wilson, Uncut.
I survived.